Yeah, so this was what we were talking about here. So you have a company has its reputation, and the question is when you make your transformation from a traditional company to an internet company, is it necessary to change your reputation? Yeah. So here examples with Coca-Cola or Nutella, so these drinks or this food, they hold their classic image, yeah, but they used new technology to improve their image and with this personalizing, yeah, with personalizing of the labels. Yeah. So, what is reputation? When you talk about online reputation management, the definition here, reputation means the image of brands, companies, products, performances, or persons. For persons, that means that you need to find people who can represent your company. Sometimes it's not that easy, yeah? And it's sometimes I would say it's not well chosen. When you see advertising in Japan, yeah, the Japanese people, the Japanese advertising companies, they use they use mangas, many mangas for the reputation of a company. And in my mind, sometimes it's not the best choice to do that. Yeah, but I know the people in Japan, they like mangas. Yeah, so it's a big deal there. Yeah, and it's part of Japanese history. Yeah, I think you also know the mangas. Yeah, so for, I like One Piece. Yeah, I don't know if you know that One Piece. It's a story of young people, and they are looking for the Grand Line, as far as I know. Yeah, so it's very special, but I like it. Yes, it's a cartoon. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, yeah, and you can read it. Yes, so as a book, and you can also see little films in television. Yeah, or you can look these films in internet. Yeah, so they have many possibilities. So yeah, but what I want to say, so Japan has these mangas as testimonials, and I think it must be a person that fits with the product and or fits with this company. You all know Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. So he was making advertising for games, yeah, for not adventure games, war games, yeah, that you can play on your PlayStation or on your PC, yeah. So that works, yeah. If you have a person like him, yeah, so he acted as Terminator, yeah, and has some roles in a war film and whatever, yeah. So that works. But sometimes it doesn't work so good. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a part of the image, yeah, of a brand, yeah, and you really should look about it. Yeah. Yeah. So tasks concerning online reputation management are you need to have a reputation strategy. Yeah. And you need to have activities to build up to maintain the reputation. You should monitor your reports concerning the companies in the internet, how the reaction is, yeah, of the people, and the reaction on positively on reaction on negative or unjustified statements. This is something that needs to be controlled by a company. If you will get a shitstorm, yeah, for example, yeah, we say that, yeah. So negative reactions on something you did with your company, then it should be good to have people who think positive about your company, who can de-escalate, yeah, this reaction. Then normally the curve will come like this, yeah. But if you have people who de-escalate the reaction, it will be more like this, yeah. So it's not this this wave, this big wave. Yeah, then responding to subjects concerning the branches, a strategy to utilize the results from the monitoring, improvement of services, products and performances, or communication activities. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, you need to have a good monitoring, and then you need to analyze these these results, and then you can improve it. Yeah, then you are able to then you are able to react on that. Yeah, and then you can improve your situation. Yeah, the installation of a reputation is a long-term process and has to be supported by continuous activities. Yeah, so that means that you need to have more activities to improve your reputation a bit, and once. Yeah, so needs time. It needs time. So the possibilities you have, yeah. So there are some examples when you speak about yeah. So once again, I forgot. That's it. So you have different possibilities to check out how the internet reacts. Yeah. So, and here are some examples, some tools that you can normally use. So only the best ones here. Yeah, you see here Yext reviews. So it's a software product that you can use, and yeah, you have the chance to install a customer review platform, You can install it in response management, in review monitoring. Sentiment analysis doesn't exist, but social media matrix, that's very important, and social media monitoring. Yeah, so you get benchmarks, yeah, and you can then see how effective your campaign has been. Yeah, you need feedbacks. Yeah, you need feedback. Yotpo is another one. Yeah, so you see campaign management is inside and sentiment analysis, but there's no social media metrics and social media monitoring. It's not that bad. So, but because you can use for social media metrics and social media monitoring, you can use online tools like Brandwatch. Yeah, so we talked about that in the beginning. OB Brand Monitor. Yeah, so I don't have these possibilities as much. Brand 24. Yeah, so there are many tools. Yeah, so you can use. Yeah, so it's only to give you an impression that these things exist, and you can buy it as a tool. You can use it online, and yeah, so it makes life easier. Yeah, to check out how your company's health is in internet. Yeah. Then a company needs to have a management of confidence. Yeah, and there are three parts that you have to take care of. The authentic leadership, and that means consumers decide because of humans, and the authenticity of the company who stand behind the brand. Yeah, so if there's somebody who is authentic, then it makes life easier for a company. Yeah, you trust this person. Yeah, that's it. The confidence today is the result of authentic behavior. It is necessary because communication cannot hide in a cross-linked or fragmented public. The second is content is king. It's a new issue of PR because it didn't exist before 2003, you can say. Yeah? It's now a part of marketing. The content is standing in the foreground, the company is standing in the background. Yeah, this, one example, Red Bull. Yeah, we just talked about it. Red Bull has a own TV station, and this TV station is offering films and also sports. Yeah, so you all know Red Bull is sponsoring sports. So, but they show sports, and Red Bull is there part of it. Yeah, you see it. Yeah, you see that there's a logo, and the interviewer, he has a T-shirt with the logo, but he doesn't care about that. He's the moderator is then talking about sports. Yeah, but it's a part of that. Yeah, and this is an example for making content. Yeah. Corporate affairs, beside finance communication, business press, internal communication, corporate affairs departments are supervising issues like politics, digital media planning. So you can say the complete context field of stakeholders. So you need to have corporate affairs because if you have a company that is is at the stock market, then you need to inform your shareholders, no, not the stakeholders, your shareholders, the people who are interested in the turnover of your company, in the win and loss of the company, and in new products, whatever. Yeah. So all that has been in a connection with financial interests, that will be done in corporate affairs. Yeah? And it's also a part, it's also a rule. Yeah, it's a rule that you need to inform your shareholders. Yeah, it's a rule. Yeah, to do. We have a bad example. So we just talked about Volkswagen. Yeah. So in 2015, it was the task of the CEO, Martin Winterkorn was his name, to inform the people, the shareholders, about the crisis of Volkswagen. Yeah, and that latest when it came out in the USA, yeah, so there was the government which found out that the software has been manipulated. It was his task to inform the people within 1 week, 2 weeks, I don't know. Yeah, and he didn't do that. Yeah, so he didn't talk about that. And a few months, 2 months later, then it came up in the press, and yeah, so he was saying, I don't know anything. Yeah, so but it was quite clear that he was best informed, because he got emails and informations and all that. Yeah, so you see, in a situation of a crisis, it's a rule to inform your shareholders what's happening. Yeah. So we had an accident a few years ago with a co-pilot, and he made a suicide with an airplane, yeah, with a big airplane, so it was normal that the company, so it was Germanwings and also Lufthansa, because Germanwings was a subsidiary of Lufthansa, to inform the people and inform about the crisis. Yeah, it's a normal way. Yeah, but the problem with Volkswagen was that this has been a fraud. Yeah, it has been. Yeah, somebody did something against the rules, and that was a big problem. Nobody wanted to be wanted to overtake responsibility for these for this part. Yeah, but it's important. Yeah, so these are the parts you have in marketing, and where you do have to take care of. Yeah, and yeah, so it's includes these three parts of authentic leadership: content is king, and corporate affairs. These are the parts of the management of confidence. So we have some words here. Corporate branding. Yeah, that it means the developing of a company's brand. Yeah. Then corporate brand management means the following brand control and the further development of the company's brand. Yeah, so it's typical what management is. So it's something that must be controlled, something that must be developed. Yeah, so it's typical when you talk about management. That's part of it. Yeah. So corporate brand equity. This is a bit you have to see that in contrast, and it's very difficult to develop. Difficulty. There's a epsilon. It's not there. So yeah, it's difficult to be measured. Because what you do when you talk about corporate brand equity, you talk about the company's value, and so there are some possibilities to find it out. Yeah, but this is something that you need when you, for example, want to sell your company. Yeah, then you need the corporate brand equity, and yeah, so this is not part of our course, but yeah, so I think it's interesting to know that this word exists too. Yeah. What is corporate branding? So the idea of corporate branding means more than the dimension of a product, but it can also be seen as a part of product marketing. Using the corporate branding strategy, the management tries to establish the whole company as brand in the thinking of their stakeholders. This means employees, shareholders, customers, and public. Yeah. It means corporate branding is a vision. Yeah, it's a vision that you want to live with your company, and this is what you have to give to your employees, to the shareholders. Yeah, so they must be convinced that this is a good way for this company. So the goal is to give a consistent picture of the company to all these groups. If this will be successful, the brand can be worth about 50% of the company's value. Yeah, and this is why I said it's so difficult to measure the corporate brand equity. Yeah, if you have a company which is really good running in the market and has a good name and is well known by all people, they say, I know, yeah, I know this company. Yeah, you need not to buy something from this company, but you know it. Yeah, it's has a really good marketing, has a good image. All people know what this company is doing. Yeah, then this company's name is worth it. Yeah, so like Facebook. Yeah, everybody knows Facebook. Everybody knows Google. Yeah, it's not perhaps not in China, but here all people know Google. Yeah, because it became part of the speaking. Yeah, so
sometimes you don't have other choice.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a part of speaking. It becomes a part of speaking. Oh, I will Google it. Yeah, so this is something that makes a company more worthful. When you have a look at our stadiums, or football or soccer stadiums here in Germany, so we have in Munich, we have the Allianz Arena. Yeah. So this is, you see the name of Allianz, it's part of the name of the stadium, or became part. We have the Signal Iduna Stadium in Dortmund. Yeah, so it's also it's a big assurance, yeah, company. Also Allianz too is one too. We have Britta Arena. We have Rhein Energie Stadium, and whatever. Yeah, every stadium has a name, has a brand name. Yeah, the best known is the Emirates Stadium. Yeah, I think it's from Chelsea or from Arsenal. I don't know. Yeah, so I think Arsenal. Yeah, so the brand name becomes a part of your speech. Yeah, and yeah, so if all people use such a name, it becomes more a better value, and so it's this worth can then be seen on the stock market. Yeah, so it's making sense to market the name. Yeah. Yeah, corporate branding. The people who see the rolling characters of Coca-Cola has many associations. They think about the red Christmas truck. Sorry, once again, Christmas. And here I have many associations. So they think about the red Christmas truck, about the brown sweet drink, and about the distinctive serrated bottles. Yeah, I don't know if you know Coca-Cola bottles. So there has something like a turning of the bottle, and it's typical since many years. Yeah. So these are attributes which are part of the most important product of the soft drinks producing company. And yeah, it's a name, a typical name. Yeah, so you see here, yeah, Coca-Cola. You see the logo here, yeah, and how the bottle is designed. Yeah, so it changed. Yeah, it's more simple than the former ones, but it has still the design as it was. And every year you see advertising on television with this Coca-Cola truck, yeah, and the music behind it, so everybody knows, yeah. It's not especially made for Christmas, yeah, but it's a part of. It became a part of Christmas, and it's a typical corporate branding and a typical advertisement of Coca-Cola. Yeah, yeah, and you see how it works here. The logo, you know, how it is done. Everybody knows. Yeah. So the logo is the most important element and a direct part of the corporate design of a company. The logo forms continuously the once again with two. I don't have 2 words.
Take it easy.
Yeah, makes me angry. The logo forms continuously the outer impact of a company. Brand publicity and recognition factor can only be improved during a longer period. if the technical status of development, the customer's preferences, and the prevailing time spirit of the design process will be taken into consideration. Currently, there can be evaluated 7 logos in social media. So to do that, it takes more time. So we will then here speak about logos. Yeah. We will do that next week. Yeah. And we will then start here with the corporate branding, and it will give you an impression how corporate branding works, and how important it is to design a logo that can be easily presented and recognized by the people. Yeah. So okay. So then that's it for the day. I wish you a beautiful weekend. I heard it.
Wochenende für Sie auch.
Dankeschön. I hope it will become a bit better than it was the last days. Yeah, it became more clear last evening, but it's the same as the other days today. Okay, yeah, and I what will I do? I think I have to go to the supermarket and to buy some food for the weekend. Yeah, that's it. What I have to do. Okay,
go ahead.
Enjoy the weekend. Yeah, don't work too much. Yeah, you can work, but not too much. Yeah, yeah, and we will see us next week. And yeah, we'll continue. Yeah. Okay, then bye bye.
See you next week.
See you next week. Ciao.